Just a friendly reminder that the opinions expressed on this show are not worth a Canadian penny, so disregard anything you hear that might get anyone in trouble. And despite some of the great ideas you may hear, don't try them at home. Go to a friend's house instead.
It's time to get a gun. That's what I've been thinking. Well, I could afford one. And if I did just a little less drinking, time to put something between me and the sun. When the talking is over, it's time to get a gun.
Hey everyone, welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 660, recording live on June 24th, 2026. I'm one of your hosts, Adriel.
I'm another one of your hosts, Dustin.
And I am Cowtown Tony.
There we go.
Sweet.
Yeah. Dustin, are you printing something right now?
No, is there noise in the background?
You're like a woo-woo-woo kind of a thing. Anyways, it's not important.
Did it go away
Do you
there
hear
for a
that,
minute?
Tony? Do you hear it?
Okay, I'm going to mute my mic.
Is this still going on?
No, now it stopped.
back?
Yeah, it's back.
Oh,
It
yeah,
might
okay.
honestly just be my computer. Here, I can
Maybe.
turn my mic down a little bit. How's that?
Yeah.
Is that
You need to
better?
water cool it.
That's better.
Yes.
That's better. Yeah.
okay? There you go. It was just I might have bumped it all the way up to max, and that. Was
Oh yeah, that's too
Sorry.
sensitive, and it's detecting like the
Every little
background
thing.
radiation and dark energy. It's detecting, and it's just picking up on it and putting it through the mic, or maybe dark matter. I don't know.
Yeah, is that why
What
we
do you
don't want
think,
data
Tony?
centers around our houses?
Man, that's anyways. This is a gun podcast. Let's talk about gun stuff.
Let's talk about gun stuff.
Tony, what have you been up to in guns?
I did not do too much this week. I did buy some stuff. I have a contact going to the States, so I have some stuff coming, including my Briley shot caddies. I don't know if I mentioned it last week or not. I have a 12 and an 8 coming instead of Adriel's suggested 12 and a 12. But I thought, it'll give me a little bit more flexibility if I want to carry a small one versus carry a big one for a stage. So it might be pretty handy. We'll see about that. I did get, because BOA and rain and stuff, a mag brush. I was really questioning if I ever needed one of these things, because it seems like kind of an unnecessary thing, but it is really, really convenient. It's not that expensive too. It's only about $10-12 on Amazon too. So go check them out. Yeah, Canadian Amazon actually.
Take your magazine to the bathroom and piss on it. That should clean the
It's
sand
not
out of
my magazine though. So I'm
there. I guess so.
so maybe the owner of the magazines won't be too happy about it. Second is I actually, when I ran the PCC, I didn't have a problem washing the magazine, but I do. It's always kind of in the back of my head: is it gonna rust the spring out? Because I'm like washing it and then I'm just shaking it around, kind of thing. I did wash 2 of the magazines at BOA because we're running in a sandy stage and it just started to rain. So the sand is all collecting on the magazines, making it really, really bad. This hopefully should help. I still don't know how I'm going to lubricate the magazine afterwards, but yeah, they make specific mag brushes for single stack guns, so that'll make it nice and easy. I've seen Adriel's mag brush, and that seems way larger. I guess for like a
It's
Glock
huge, yeah.
magazine, it's more of a square profile that might work a little bit better. 1911 mags are like really small in terms of the width, so I'll give them a try. I'll let you know. These are technically for a 22 or up to a 9mm, which with what it is, yes, but technically it's a 45 mag. So we'll see how these work out for a 9mm 1911 mags, or if I should have went for the 45 instead. I registered for the Sherwood Park team match, so we'll see listeners if you are there in August. And I have Mr. Mark as my teammate, so I'm wondering if I need to go through the whole trooper thing as well. Maybe I should. I don't have a plate, but with my new shotgun coming, which it is coming, hopefully. Adriel, how far away is it?
I don't know. I have to go to my parents' place.
Are you planning to go there anytime soon though?
I'll make some plans, or will come through, or something.
Okay.
You need
thank
it by August, right?
I need a 40 team match.
Yeah.
That's it. That's good. Yeah. So I'll have a semi-auto shotgun now, so I don't have to rack it. This will be great because, well, for this match, I don't even need to rack my primary either. But
how used are you to running a semi-auto shotgun? Because the controls are weird; they're not intuitive.
I've just before the show we were talking about user manuals. I've read the user manual very carefully, and I know how to operate a semi-auto shotgun. See?
Okay.
You don't need the experience; you just need to know how to do it. It's fine. Well, don't hit the shell release unless you need to hit the shell release. If you're ghost loading, don't hit the shell release. If you can use the match saver, I guess.
When you need to lock the bolt to the back, you may need to hit that little dimple that's on the shell holder.
Right, that's the shell release, right? That's when you're finished loading. You don't have you've run completely dry. You hit it, you rack it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I have a rough idea of.
If you run it completely dry, it should lock back. It should lock open, but
right, but you can't qual load it at that point. You need to drop it, qual load it, shell release it, rack it.
Some people do that. That's how Lena Michalik does her shotgun reloads. I think in Canada, so like the difference here might be that because we have less that we can put in the tube, it is a disadvantage not to have that extra shell that you drop in through the side.
But then isn't your caddy all messed up then?
Yes. Yeah. There is no good solution on this. I'm just saying, like, that's the trade-off you have to decide on.
I could carry 4 rounds on my bandolier. 1, 2, 3, 4, done.
Sure.
That's a way to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
So there are options. I have to learn the platform before. The real challenge is going to be Memorial for sure. And I'm at this point I'm pretty comfortable with dual loading a gun. I need to do more quad loading, and I think that'll probably be a good opportunity for me to learn as well. I have the caddies on the way. They will be here before the team match, hopefully. I'll have to check the schedule on that. But yeah, I have to know if I have to have a plate and helmet, or if I just need to carry my crap around. Because with a shorter gun, now I can fit both of my long guns in the case and carry my pistol. I'll just have to carry all the ammo.
Sounds fun.
Sounds like a challenge, maybe. I don't know. I'll wear myself out in 2 days. That's fine. Yeah. That's about all I did in guns this week. Let's go to Dustin.
Oh wow. You did some things in guns at least.
I did nothing. Well, I bought some stuff.
Yeah, I really did not get up too much. I've been too busy working. I was trying to make it out to the range last weekend and it just didn't happen. But I did clean some guns, and that was kind of cathartic. I cleaned up my workbench actually, which was also good because it was starting to collect a whole bunch of stuff. But other than that, yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot. I had to kick the can. I was supposed to do some YouTube content today, and I had to kick that can down the road for reasons. But yeah, that's literally I have done. Oh, I sent another message to my MLA as well. I almost forgot I did that.
Dustin, do not kick the pop can. What are you doing?
Yes, I know. Well, this was my MLA, so this is my provincial member of the legislature. But yes, I actually might have referenced that verbiage in my message to my MLA. But yeah, beyond that, this has not been a big gun week for me. I've got a whole bunch of stuff planned for next week. Like I said, I've been busy. I've been doing a lot of work stuff. So what about you, Adriel? What have you been up to? Oh, you're muted.
He is.
Yes, muted. I am. Yeah. All right. Our pal did that. Did a couple of those. I did some paperwork last week. I sent in my New Hampshire carry permit, which Tony and I discovered is basically good for New Hampshire and North Carolina.
No, I think New Hampshire is constitutional carry 2 now.
Oh my god, it's just good for North
So
Carolina.
it's just good for North
Well,
Carolina.
I need it there, so fine. I got that done. I also sent in my new Form 6 NIA, and he just noted a couple things I got wrong in it. So now I'm going to fill it in again and send it over again. I think last week or the week before I mentioned I got that KR22 from Tenda, and I ordered it in a bright color. It's a very
Survive construction orange.
it's a very blaze orange. This 22, and it's a really. So it's not like a clone or anything like that. I thought it would be because it's like it takes 1022 mags, right? So you're like, oh, 1022 mags. It must have like a 1022 action. Nope. No, it's not a 1022 action. The bolt's not 1022. The lever, the mag release kind of is. The safety is not. The bolt catch, there is no bolt catch. There is no bolt hold open on this thing. It just doesn't at all. There is no bolt hold open whatsoever on this. Nothing on the bottom, nothing on the side. You do get to choose whether you want left or right hand charging, which I like because left hand charge all the way. But like an AK-47, no bolt hold open on this thing.
Exactly. That's why right hand charge. Left hand charge is the wrong choice. Let the commie blood flow in you. Revolution,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm not commie enough. Anyways, so that's really interesting, and I can tell why the other one's lighter, why the tactical's lighter. This stock is really heavy. It's way heavier than it should be. I don't know what they did, if it's like solid plastic, the whole thing or something like that, but it's got some weight. It's weird because you pick it up.
Tungsten infused polymer.
Yeah, you'd think it would be a lightweight polymer or lightweight plastic, but no, not so much. It does come with
muzzle
brake, yeah, if you want that kind of thing, yeah. Fiber optic front sight, and it's got the crappy plastic side at the back there that is not adjustable and really just there for show. I think you're supposed to just use the rail on there. This rail is very reminiscent of the other Turk 22s, like that top rail, and the fact that it's got a little plug and a cross pin to hold the recoil spring in. That's all the same as like the TM22s and that kind of thing. There's a plug on the back. You see that different colored plastic there, and there's a little pin that holds that plug in. So if you want to just remove the recoil spring, you can just pull it out from the back here.
Why would you do that?
That's a damn good question. I'm not sure.
Want to clean the whole thing? Like thinking you're not going to clean it until you wear out the freaking recoil spring. So you're going to punch it out.
No, you're not. I don't. Maybe if you want to remove the spring tension before you do anything, but I think maybe. These are actually like there's a bolt right there. And there's a bolt right there. And I think that's what you're supposed to use to actually undo it. There's a screw for the fore end there. There's an action screw right there, just like on your standard 1022. But I'm pretty sure this top is going to come off that way.
The whole top plate is monolithic, right? It's integrated with the stock.
No, there's
the cover, I guess.
Gap right there. Yeah, so I'm curious if I remove these two screws, if this whole top cover comes off and gives me access to the bottom. But anyways, yeah, there's the crawl arms 1022. I won't have a chance to use it, and it fits the Ruger 1022 mags. Just
what do you mean? Just bring it up to Peace River.
Well, I'm going to be at the Thursday night fun shoot tomorrow, so I might just try it then. Maybe I'll just try it iron sights.
Idea.
Yeah, I was thinking about using my pistol and getting a couple more reps on it, but maybe I'll just use this just to get a little bit more time on it.
This is like a after tear down thing, or like before setup thing. Go use your pistol because you have.
Well, I don't have enough time. I won't have enough time, Tony. I get there basically when it's time to shoot. So I'll just try it iron sights on it, and so be it. I got some 44 mag bullets and 9mm bullets from Tenda as well, both Cam Pro. Let's turn that off. And someone on Gunpost reached out to me and they're like, "Hey, you want to trade that Nork Mini Mauser?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's got a CZ 457 Youth of some kind that he wants to trade, and I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds good." And he's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, yeah, I'm in Edmonton. I don't really want to ship this thing." He's like, "Well, I'm in Peace River. Maybe we can meet somewhere." I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna be up to Peace River this weekend to go to the match. Maybe you can meet then." He's like, "Oh, I'll be at the match too."
Does he know who you are?
I don't know, maybe. Maybe I
Oh.
know who he is. I don't know. Maybe we just
Uh,
anonymously messaging each other on Gunpost when we both know who each other is.
Sure. Don't forget to pack it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
How much was the Mini Mauser?
I forget how much it was, and yeah, I forget. But
Okay, sounds good though.
yeah, I made some 44 mag since I got those bullets, those Camp Pro bullets. I made some. They look mean. I like them. They got like a flat point on them, TMJ. They look good. And then I'm probably gonna reload a bunch of 9mm Luger here. Yeah, I bought a bunch of stuff last week. Maybe a little bit too much, but a bunch of stuff. Tony let me know about this sale at Calgary Shooting Center. So I ended up getting two things. I got the Spitfire HD Gen 5 5X prism, and I got a micro 6X magnifier because I needed something for Memorial because while I could just use a red dot, there is no limited division there. So I'd be competing with guys with magnifiers, with LPVOs and all that kind of stuff. And some of the shots are out to 700 yards. Maybe a little bit of magnification might be nice for 700 yards.
I probably still can't see them with 6X. Just saying.
Yeah. So there's the magnifier right there. I just have it on this gun just so I can get some practice with it. And it's just your standard fold over 6X magnifier on there.
It's the one I've been using for a year now, so it works.
You've been using
fine.
You've been using the 6X?
Yeah.
Man, it's a lot of magnification.
What do you mean? That's not enough magnification. Are you kidding me?
Tony, I shoot a 1X. I shoot a 1X and it seems to do just fine. But yeah. So I'm gonna
makes a little bit more sense because I have the Vortex optics, so it matches really nicely.
I have an aim point, and it magnifies it. I might try it out with the. I might try it with the SIG Romeo 5X and see how that does. Just because
Does any of your dots have drop compensations in them?
No,
okay.
I don't need such a thing. I aim higher and I go pop, 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 and then something hits, and I'm good. The other optic I got was the 5X. This is so I've reviewed the 3X before, and I have a Cyclops. So I do like prism sights. There's one downside to prism sights, and that's that you need your face pretty close to them. I was considering putting it on this gun, which is my little Grouse 22.
Oh, it won't work.
You can't get the optic back far enough on that rail.
I tried so hard because I love my Vortex 3X, but when you don't have a modern spotter kind of stock, it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
it has to be that way. It's so frustrating.
Primary Arms, if you get their 1X Cyclops, it comes with
they have a little
cantilever thing, so you can mount it further back. Yeah, but Vortex does not include that in the box.
Unfortunately, their prisms are quite old in terms of their age. By today's standpoint, they're still using the Doctor footprint for the top mount, so you can't I'm not actually you have one of them, so it's okay, but you actually can't put a new Vortex red dot on top of their prism anymore, so that sucks.
I don't care. I'm not gonna put a red dot on.
You gotta go for performance, sir.
No.
Performance.
No. Well, performance in my case is dictated by division, and running two optics puts me in open.
Kyle would suggest that is called hiding.
Sure. I have been 3D printing some stuff. I 3D printed. I saw it. Tristan from Spectre Ballistics had this the last Thursday Night Fun Shoot. I'm like, I want that. He had these. These are like little cartons that you can fit in a 50 steel can, and he's designed it so it fits eight in there if you want to just put them in, or you can put something else in here. And each one of these holds about 200 rounds of 9mm. It holds it nice and tall, but still lets you get access to it. So I was going to print more, but I bricked my printer, so
that badly you couldn't clear it.
I had one of those like plastic balls of death that like just extrudes all over the wires, and like so like my fan wire is buried in plastic, and my hot end extruder, like all the wires are buried in the plastic. So I ordered a new hot end, which was $20. So
really? It's that cheap? I did not know that.
Yeah, these parts are super cheap, man. Like I looked at the price, I'm like, I am not digging these wires out. I am throwing this in the garbage and getting new parts and putting them in there and not worrying about it.
don't throw it in the garbage. At least like try to just have it for an emergency situation.
3 point, right?
3
into the
point.
garbage. Yeah. Oh yeah, and since my credit card wasn't hot enough, not my credit, my debit card, I went to Bass Pro and got. I maxed out on the gift cards, like I mentioned last week.
Jesus Christ. What every time I think about what I'm gonna do with it, and then
How much stuff do you buy from Bass Pro though?
not enough these days.
Oh, I do, because like when their Black Friday sale goes on, I'll probably buy some ammo. I might get a gun. Who knows? Who knows really with me?
Gotta get at least a gun.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I've got. Why don't we look into upcoming events? So HG Firearms Training, we've got classes on July 18th and 19th. Those are both PAL, so no RPAL. Those are both PAL on those dates. 3-gun matches, Peace River, June 28th and 29th. That's this weekend coming up. That's a 2-day match. July 11th at Chaz, July 18th and 19th at CDTSA, August 8th and 9th at Sherwood Park. That's going to be the team match. August 15th at Chaz. And then I just wanted to mention this on September 19th is going to be a combat shotgun match at Sherwood Park. So it's not a 3-gun match, but combat shotgun. So it's going to be bring out your cylinder bore, tactical shotgun, and
Buckshot and slug.
I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
Go check out my video on the Slamfire channel for the combat shotgun we did at BTSA. It was a fun match.
Yeah. Yeah. Upcoming Maple Seeds, June 27th is going to be in Sunbury, New Brunswick. July 4th and 5th at Sherwood Park Fishing Game Association. July 7th in Regina, Saskatchewan. July 11th in Armstrong, BC. July 18th and 19th at Fort St. John, BC. July 25th and 26th in Milo, Alberta. And July 27th in Mission, BC. And I was going to razz Kelly because there's no Ontario events in here, but she's not on the show, so I'll have to razz her some other time. All right, calendar is up at OntarioRifleAssociation.ca and BTSA. Just go to the BTSA website. Yeah. Why don't we get into the news? There's a bigger news thing that happened, guys. There was a shooting in Montreal. The guy used an SKS, and now
I think he was loading stripper clips. It was
it
was quite something.
Loading stripper clips is what he was doing. He killed a cop. It looks like in the video that one of the cops accidentally killed a civilian.
They did.
So I'm pretty sure she double tapped him in the chest.
It might have been the shooter, but watching the video, it looks like she shot him.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, she got him.
Did.
Yeah. This looks. The mayor of Montreal is already calling for more gun control as if that's going to solve it. Yeah.
So I have feelings about this. You guys, give me a second to go on a little rant. Can I have a second?
Yeah, just turn your gain down just a little bit more, or your headphones up, down, one of the two, and then we'll let her rip.
Any better? What's going on? I don't know why this audio.
We'll mess around with it afterwards. It's not too bad.
It's still frustrating because it was. I don't know what I did.
I thought you were telling Dustin to turn it down because he is about to rant.
No, it's because there's a background. Look, we have given them everything that they have demanded, and like beyond my life, we have mandatory training courses, firearms registration, transport restrictions, paperwork requirements, a complete prohibition on taking your firearms anywhere but a range, magazine capacity restrictions, suppressor prohibitions, semi-auto rifle bans now, handgun bans, short barrel firearm bans before that, red flag laws, daily background checks, and continual eligibility screening. And what did they propose after this, you guys? More gun bans, more restrictions, all of the stuff that we have collectively accepted and given them over the last 40 years, the gun control agenda, because it's not gun control, it is anti-gun agenda. That's the reality of it. The Montreal mayor goes and stands in front of cameras and draws a direct line of comparison between legal handgun owners that live in that city and this incident, despite the fact that the only handguns that were on site were in the hands of police officers, and despite the fact the only civilian casualty in this incident was very likely caused by a police officer.
It was,
They
however,
still-
caused by a Canadian-sourced pistol, though.
Tony,
Likely.
I'm talking. Okay, let me just rant. Don't thanks. Yeah, despite the fact that the police are the only ones, they're the experts, they're supposed to be carrying guns, we still had a civilian casualty. And regardless of the fact that the person that actually did this didn't have any handguns, you've got the mayor of Montreal standing there demanding more restrictions on handgun owners who live in that city, because she can see no good reason for handgun owners to be allowed to exist in that city. There's no good reason for you to own a handgun if you live here, even though you might enjoy that sport and happen to live in that city. But I have questions for the anti-gun folk. At what point does your side take some level of accountability and consider that you might be wrong? At this point, for years, you guys have held Australia on a pedestal, said we need to punish gun owners that way. We need everything that Australia has, and we'll be good, until they weren't last year. In fact, what's really, really shocking when you think about it, most of the worst and most egregious mass shootings that we've seen in like westernized countries with incredibly stringent gun control laws, thinking New Zealand, Australia, Canada, at the heart of all of those has not just been law-abiding gun owners, but worse, the heart of every one of those horrible incidents, there has been the failure of law enforcement and the state. Christchurch, New Zealand, police issued a gun permit to somebody who was a non-citizen and who, by all rights, should not have qualified for one. Bondi Beach in Australia, pretty much similar thing happened there. In Canada, Nova Scotia, 2020, we experienced the worst mass shooting in our country's history. And at the heart of it, there is a man who was prohibited from possessing firearms because of his violent history, who has been reported to the RCMP multiple times that he was in possession of illegal firearms. They did nothing. And that event would have happened regardless of if every single bit of gun prohibitions that they want now had happened. Everything would have happened the exact same. Tumbler Ridge, BC, this year, the police gave someone with a history of serious mental instability their firearms back, with horrifying results almost immediately after. And where's the accountability? Like, I really would like to know where was the questions for law enforcement? What are the changes that the police are making actively in any of these situations, Canada or abroad? That is not the conversation that's been had, not being had now, not been had then. No, the only conversation being had is more gun bans, more punishing of a group that is already the safest, the most heavily regulated. And we are all told we have to collectively wear the guilt of the failures of the state and the actions of very, very evil people who, in a lot of cases, the police were warned or had some concept that they should not have been in possession of firearms. No, it's our fault. And I'm really frustrated by it. I'm sorry. This has been bothering me for a while. And I propose that with all of these clear failures of the state and of law enforcement at just about every level in multiple countries, and a complete lack of evidence to the support that this continued anti-gun agenda has zero evidence on its impact and benefit to society vis-a-vis any kind of impact on illegal gun crime. We know that there's no evidence of that, not here. It's very evident. Look at what just happened. They've got everything that they've wanted, including almost 7 years of a full-on firearms prohibition. And we had a guy not using a detachable magazine, semi-automatic, assault style rifle. The guy was using a stripper clip fed top loading rifle with 10 rounds, and he still
maybe 10, maybe 5.
Maybe 5. I don't know, but I do know that firearm didn't even have a detachable magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And so at what point do we say maybe it's time to try something different, because this way is not working? More gun bans, not going to help. More restrictions on people already actively working and doing their best to follow a lot of bad laws, in my opinion. Maybe it's time for something else. I'm sorry. This has been bugging me for a while, and I needed to vent.
Well, Dustin, you got to think about it. I've once heard this said to, I think, the public. It was in a video, but it's an unwinnable argument because if the crime reduces, it worked, so you got to do more. If it doesn't work, that means it didn't work, so we got to ban guns more. So either way, whatever the results is or isn't,
That's not how science works.
that's exactly. But that's
that's not how
how their logic works.
I understand that that's how their logic works, but if we're going to live in a rational, science-based society, and I have sat for years and been told I need to follow the science, I have a better understanding of that than most people. And it's not working. This isn't working. The evidence is not there to justify continued gun bans. And it is time for us to have a real rational conversation about going a different direction with things. Because this is otherwise never going to stop. There's always going to be a different gun. If you want to tell me that that same guy couldn't have committed this same act of violence with a bolt-action hunting rifle, he absolutely could have. 100% could have. And that means as long as bolt-action hunting rifles exist, then this fight is still not over with these people.
You don't want to take it that like
There's
Dustin,
no
because
end to
they'll just
this.
follow that. They'll just follow that. Yeah.
Well, they already
we
have.
can't have bolt actions then.
They don't want us to have bolt actions. They
No,
call them
and
sniper
in the
rifles.
end, it's going to become the UK because just like how the criminal code describes it, anything can be used as a weapon. And in the end, your fists can be used as weapons. They could kill people. Do we need to chop everyone's hand off?
Yeah, Alexis can be
Perhaps
used as a
that's
weapon.
the only solution.
Apparently somebody can hop in Alexis and ruin the lives of 22 people, and we don't have a conversation about it, like at all. But
No, of course not.
But we need to have a conversation about destroying businesses, destroying an entire industry. Firearms industry in Canada used to be an $8 billion industry. It's less than half that now, and that's shocking. Thousands of people are unemployed. Sports are dying right, left, and center. It's really, really a miracle and amazing that our like actual gun ownership rate has increased. And I think that's probably more a sign of just how turbulent and unsafe people feel now than anything. But like, if you look at just the raw facts, this agenda has destroyed more people's lives, and it has not shown any signs of being any real benefit to society. And I'm tired.
Dustin, I agree. We will not change anything. The only way this changes is in court or with a federal election.
Yeah,
You will not change the Liberal Party's mind on this. You will not change the NDP's mind on this.
Nope.
You will not change maybe the Green Party, but they don't matter.
Yeah, they flip flop every day. It doesn't matter.
I mean,
What about the
I
Bloc?
think no, the Bloc they want to be mini France, so we won't be, won't be going anywhere that way. I'm reminded, Dustin, you've been around for a while. You've probably seen that the old comic. It predates Trudeau, the one where the guy's like got the band stuff on his wall, the SKS and the handgun. We're coming for those next, kind of a thing.
Yep.
That meme's like 15 years old, and it's prophetic in the fact that it kind of foretold where things are going. And not to be like too much of a Debbie Downer, but like we do need to change who's in power at the federal level before any of this. None of this can change in the meantime.
No, I know. I know it can't. I literally just needed to scream out into the void for a second. I am so tired of giving and giving and giving and having no recognition that every single thing that we have been told is that's the thing that's going to solve this, and then we'll leave you alone. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I was looking for that comic, but I think it's so old that it's actually very difficult to find on the internet.
No.
Really? I don't think I've ever seen it, but
Yeah,
that's kind of
it's
before
old,
my
Tony.
gun ownership time. Yeah,
It's so
fair
easy
enough.
to do comics like that with AI now. There's so many of them.
I know, but this is back when
in the day. No, I know the one you're
Gotta find
talking
an
about.
OG.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like hunt my own Facebook page. It's probably there.
I think it was the NFA that did.
Yeah,
did that
it was
one.
definitely
Yeah.
yeah.
It was
Back
a
in those
good one.
days.
Yeah, I would say that it's kind of hard to tell because right now the Supreme Court decision is TBD. So I'm not sure if they're going to try to push this early. I know Pauly Souvient will be trying to push like an SKS and probably like in every other semi-automatic ban at the same time.
Yeah, the 4 that are left.
Yeah.
like 6, but whatever.
Well, plus the 2 that are coming in, the brigade.
Oh,
and,
it'll be a miracle if those stay non-restricted
Yeah.
until they touch Earth in this country. I will be
There
shocked.
was someone on Reddit about buying optics for it without having a gun in hand. Is like, man, that's optimistic.
Might
Well, there's
wanna
always the
try-
Taipan, so it's fine.
Maybe
Yeah,
take
yeah,
some
there's other
optics
guns.
off one of your other. It's frustrating. I have more optics than I have guns I can use them on now, and that's annoying.
Oh, I fit that mold.
Yep.
This optic would actually be great on like a sporting rifle style. But anyways,
Anyway.
what do you? Okay, you've shouted into the void. What do you think is actually going to happen?
My hopeful prediction, very little. I think that the government's probably in holding pattern until the Supreme Court challenge thing wraps up. I think it will be.
You don't think they would? You don't think they would just put in a ban on the SKS?
They could do an OIC tomorrow. Look, they
Mhm.
legitimately could.
Could.
I don't think the optics of this support that, especially now. Had this guy, and again, this is a shame on all of our like media reporting, because they really tried to bury the fact that this guy, he was a far left Marxist crazy guy.
He like I'll dispute.
He
the
was
far left.
360
just
degrees
crazy.
of
He was
crazy.
properly
Yeah,
crazy.
it's all
Well,
kind of
look,
crazy.
look,
Yeah.
there like it wasn't just Marxism. There was Marxism, Mao.
There was
like,
all
there was
sorts
lots
of stuff in
references
there.
to
The important part is he's from Alberta, though. That's Alberta bad. That's the important part.
Yeah,
The rest don't
I think
matter.
that's it. That's we can't lose sight of that, Tony.
Alberta bad, male bad, but they really tried to bury the lead on anything that had any hint of a more leftist ideology, and I say shame on our media for that. But because of that, just like with the Tumbler Ridge thing, I think you would have seen something different if the optics were in their favor, but they are not.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, wow, as much as it's horrible that he used the SKS, because it was only a matter of time until it got used in something, he used
Again.
a stripper clip fed firearm where you're like, okay, it's got an integral magazine, so you like, nothing's safe, nothing's sacred. I think that they know it would be a mistake to ban that gun. It is the most popular gun in this country. There are millions of them here, and all of the First Nations use them. Yeah, they could eventually, like through legislation, probably come up with a carve out, but if they were to just wave the magic wand OIC, they can't do that. They would have to ban them. And that would be a problem. We're about to go into hunting season. I think it would be a mistake for them to do that. Going into hunting season, when food is so darned expensive, when meat is so expensive, if you were like taking away the primary hunting rifle of an entire group of people that already have their own issues with the federal government at a time where food is really, really expensive. So I think that they'll probably sit on it. I really do. I'm hopeful that they sit on it. And I'm hopeful that we see the Supreme Court at least have a little bit of a moment of clarity and recognize that giving a government that already has this kind of power, the power to just unquestionably ban things at will with no oversight and no conversation in the House, might be a step too far.
Yeah, like the fact that they banned him through executive order, when like the wording in the criminal code is like, guns with hunting and sporting uses we should be able to own those.
Well, in the opinion of the Attorney General, or was it the Attorney? Yes, the Attorney General. So they just have to, in the opinion of the government, those firearms have to be appropriate for hunting and sporting purposes. And the fact that they have been used for those purposes for 40 odd years doesn't seem to matter. But
I don't think the native carve out is going to be a thing they care about. They let it. The last time they tried banning that stuff, there was a big uproar, but that was 4 years ago. Time to try again. This is just a matter of slowly boiling the frog.
6 years ago. That first ban happened 6 years.
No, that was the first ban, but it was the G4 amendment where they wanted to ban the SKS.
Oh yeah.
That one wasn't.
That was 4 years ago. Yeah, you're right. That was they tried to staple that on a C21. Yeah.
So it's just like, we tried it, it didn't work. Okay, wait 4 years, 5 years, and then do it again. Oh, someone shot someone with an SKS. Now it's time.
They could. I don't think the optics work for it, and I think that they've probably got bigger fish to fry right now. The
optics shouldn't have worked with Wortman, because his
'Cause
guns
he
were
was
all
in
smuggled, and he didn't
all
have a license, and like none of this matters. It doesn't.
No.
None of
Well,
it
the
matters.
facts don't matter. It's
No,
no.
the
It's
facts don't matter. Points are made up. They
it's
just
the Drew Carey show. Just, at the end of the day, we lose our stuff and industry dies.
whose line is it anyways?
Oh, that's right. It was Whose Line Is Anyways.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Enough doomerism.
enough doomerism. I know there's some positive in here, so let's talk about that.
And just for our listeners, like, sorry, we're kind of talking crassly and selfishly about this. Like, yeah, two people did die and one person got hurt in this. But
Yes.
I'll say this about other events. I don't really care. If someone else dies in another province or another country, it's not around me. I don't I care about how it affects us, and that's about it. And I know that sounds like extremely crass and not like what someone should say, but I think a lot of people say a lot of stuff and then don't take action on it, and I just don't say or take action on any of this stuff.
I mean, I care and have taken action on a lot of this stuff. I care that people are dying. I think it's really I watched that video and I will not be able to unwatch that video, but
There's nothing that you can do to stop that.
no, I
No.
literally have no control over it. And literally handing in every one of these will not change that.
Correct.
Like, we could chuck all of these in a chipper tomorrow, and fundamentally nothing would be different. Fundamentally, nothing will be different about the crime that will be committed 2 days from now if I did that tomorrow.
Mhm.
Because none of my guns, and as none of your guns or none of yours, Tony, will ever be used in the commission of a crime. We are fundamentally not the problem. That's supposed to be the whole deal. So yes, we're being a little bit crass. Yes, it's sad that somebody has a couple of people have passed. I don't think that it makes for a good argument for them when we've been told for the better part of like the last 60 years we're not allowed to carry a firearm because we're going to harm civilians with them. We have to trust the police, the experts who are cowering behind cover and accidentally, harming civilians trying to get out of
Yeah.
harm's way. Like,
Yeah, that's like, I don't know. I can see both sides on the police not having the training to deal with this stuff because
I wish
they're
they had
not
more.
they're not involved in shootouts very often, and a lot of the time that's a lot of training that they don't get to use on a day to day. I know, like in a situation like this, you watch them and like, holy crap, that was a really poor performance from the police on this one, and I think with training they could have done a lot better.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I also like there's budgets for this kind of stuff.
Okay, but all right, no, hang
Maybe
on.
they spent it on other stuff.
Let me push back on that for just a moment because I
Mhm.
have lots of law enforcement friends who are currently not allowed. So we noticed in that video a complete lack of rifles for the police, even though we know that they get issued them, whether or not they were in the car or whatnot. That
Mhm.
depends who had the training. I have lots of cop friends who are incredibly furious that they, on their personal time and their personal dime, are not allowed to go and engage in shooting competitions or any kind of training with their, civilian personally owned versions of those exact correct rifles to ensure that they have that training. So I would argue that you could, without any extra cost to the taxpayer, even though that clearly doesn't matter to our federal government, you could allow for more training for those law enforcement just by
That might help some police. Like if we were to take a proportion of like what's the percentage of police that would engage in that kind of training?
Yeah,
Probably
it's
pretty
small.
small. Probably pretty small.
fair.
And I think the police involved in this shooting would probably have like a 0% chance of engaging in that kind of practice.
But what is
Yeah.
that not is that not a question that our law enforcement training in this era needs to be different? Like, this is also just a question of, is this not the reality that we are
Well,
in now?
So, like, if you would have asked me like a month ago, I probably would have said no. But given like there's been a bunch of police shootings recently here, there was one in Saskatchewan,
Yeah.
and a couple in Ontario, and one in Quebec. So I mean, maybe they do need a little bit more practice so that they can put up a better fight in some of these situations.
I just think that that is a failure of the state too, sending people who are fundamentally not fully equipped and trained for a situation into that situation is like irresponsible. You've got people who are armed, great. We all know that they're
But
like
I'd
the average rank and
rather
file, their
I'd
training's
rather
not
they
great.
send the cops in
Oh no, yes,
and
absolutely.
even untrained cops to fight against this guy rather than untrained and unarmed civilians who, you know, are clearly going to make the wrong decisions a lot of the time.
For sure. I just
to
think
be clear, like I think the civilian that got hit like made a mistake. They were like popped up next to a cop who was engaged. They're like, "How's your gunfight going?" Oh, you're well. Yeah, I think it was a mistake. Now and like they were under pressure. Maybe I don't know what they were doing in the video, but that was a
didn't really
mistake.
see where he appeared from. That was the weird part.
Yeah, he's taking cover on the wrongs. It's I don't blame the cop for taking that shot. I think with better training she wouldn't have. But at the same time, like I look at that and like, I don't know what you expected, dude. Like you're like popping up next to someone in a gunfight, and like 5 seconds later, the shooter comes around the same corner. So it's like, yeah, she was. Anyways, what point were we trying to make here? More training might be in order given the number of police officers that have been shot recently.
So I like, because we were talking about this in the group chat, because like I got the benefit of getting to go and do a whole bunch of this force on force training, simunition training with active duty police who actively carry guns. I saw the marked improvement at the end of all of those courses, right? I experienced 2 negligent discharges from 2 active duty police officers, one of them in exactly this situation, who got jumpy and shot me in the back of the head during a simulation. It hurt. Okay, really glad it was a simunition round.
Accidentally.
Yeah, you might have
just winning too much.
but between those different negligent discharges that I experienced and the one other one that I saw in those high stress situations, what was really, really important was that at the end of all of that training and at the end of those courses, and it was multiple days of training and courses, every single one of those police officers was better equipped for that situation, for this exact situation. And it doesn't actually cost that much to get them all that training. To send 10 active rank and file police officers into an approved little shoot house to use simunition rounds, which are glorified paintball rounds anyway, to do active force on force training, so that when this situation arises, maybe they don't accidentally, hit a civilian in the crossfire,
or maybe they do a better job of fighting the bad guy.
Yeah, just not getting married to cover, getting off the X. Though these are things that we understand and know, and we watch in that video. And great, it's easy to like quarterback the next day from your armchair, but like this is not me saying that I have any more business being in a gunfight like that. I really don't ever hope to be, but with a little bit of extra training, maybe they'd be better equipped. And I know that as a taxpayer watching my money get set on fire hourly, I would not complain if our law enforcement got a little better equipped training wise.
I just want to pull up Derek's commentary saying it's strange how the media is not mentioning that a civilian was shot by the officer. Unfortunate, but strange they can't even allude to the fact that it might have happened.
Nope.
Can't draw attention to it. Can't draw attention to
the narrative.
Guys, like, there's a reason why people don't trust the media anymore, and it's because of stuff like this.
Yep.
We've seen it. Dustin, you were mentioning the manifesto and the fact that people are saying like it's this. They're framing it, and it's like, did you read? Like, it's a hard read. It's not very good.
No,
it's pretty bad. It's like, the guy's clearly insane, right?
Yeah.
But despite that, like, they still framed it in a way, and they've been saying like, yeah, this person was shot by this guy, and this other person died. Like, wait a minute,
this other civilian died, but who? How?
Yeah,
none of your business. Look away. Nothing to see here.
I think there's a reason people distrust the media. The media does not do things that are trustworthy.
Don't forget the incoming bills and all the privacy stuff. So it's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I've been through it.
This is a gun show. So
sorry, guys.
I want to talk about VPNs that we're gonna have to install and whatnot to get. Anyways,
yeah.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's talk about
new gun stuff.
Bolt action 9mm.
Alberta hunting legal. Just saying. Big game. Let's go.
No, like you're talking about like, man, all these bans and that kind of thing, and let's be excited about a bolt action 9mm rifle from Turkey.
At least it's short barreled.
It's $700. I'd rather spend that on a handgun.
Well, Dustin,
Dustin.
You can't buy a handgun. Right?
You could. Yeah, there's an auction going on right now. There's like a 45 Colt in there that I kind of won.
Well, most of us
kinda
cannot
nice.
buy handguns.
Actually, let me see how much it is at now.
This
I
is
think
what we
these
get
sell my
excited
thing
about
over.
now. It's
I
bolt
hate
action
this.
9mm handguns.
So look, I was excited about that little bolt action gun that my gunsmith friend was building for something. It's a pistol caliber.
Mhm.
This I hate.
So in a free market, I would actually like this.
I
If this was
agree.
like- if this wasn't like a high
Yeah.
performance, this looks like a fun little plinker. Oh, you want to plink with 22? No, I
Yeah.
want something a little bit spicier. Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
It's a bolt action 9mm. Takes Glock
It's
mags.
the
Like, yeah,
Would you though? It's the cost of a Kel-Tec Sub 2000.
but we can't get a Kel-Tec sub.
Exactly. That's
2000.
what I'm saying. If you're in a
Oh,
free
if it
market,
was
are you gonna
free.
like it?
Let me
If
think
I-
about that for a second.
That's
Nah, just because it's cool.
Tony,
It's
in a free
different.
market,
It's
this also
interesting.
might not be $700. Maybe it'd be $500. It'd be that entertaining novelty. And yeah, legitimately, I'm right there with you, Adriel. I would be entertained, even tickled to take this out and shoot it if it wasn't what we've been reduced to. That's what I hate.
Yeah. Anyways, it's got the mag release that the like Jawbone one that they had on the PC Carbine as like an aftermarket part. It's got it built in. That's neat.
Some
That's
people
cool.
did mention though, this is an interesting take, and I think it's somewhat valid. It's pretty close to the trigger. So be careful with that when you're doing a high-speed reload. You might
Man, my bad lever was in the trigger guard. Like, I'm with it. I like it.
well the bat lever you're sweeping downwards, not backwards. This is you're pulling kind of backwards.
In,
So
kind of pulling in. No, you push in. So if your trigger
right,
guard
but
is
your
there,
but your finger naturally when it points down, it wants
sure,
to come
yeah,
back,
you could get an
so
AD, but you're dropping the mag, so you're probably empty anyways.
have one round in a chamber. Hopefully you're
Maybe.
doing a performance reload.
Maybe, yeah. Anywho, they're in country. We played with this at Shot Show, and I think we put up a video on it.
There's also the pump action sister.
Okay, real quick, you just hit on it. That was the gun that nobody at the dairy booth knew anything about all. Like they did not. No one there. For our listeners, okay, we went to the Daria booth and there had to have been like 7 or 8 like representatives for Daria there, and I asked every single one of them if any of them knew anything about it because we wanted to do a video, and they just couldn't between them find somebody who knew anything about that gun.
See, you got to learn from the master. You got to learn from Adrian. You just walk up confident. Tony, get your camera. Got it. Okay, and just start talking.
I
Let's
learned
go.
a lot from that last experience, and next time I'm just doing that. I may be asking some folks. I'm not interviewing heckin' anyone anymore. I'm just going to talk about the things. That's the fastest, easiest way to do it. I learned my lesson.
Give me get the features from them if they have them.
Yeah, that exactly. Give me a couple of the little highlights. I'm going to be on camera. I'll talk about it. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay, back to the thing. Oh, by
Northern Rim.
we need to get some of your and Kyle's footage. And
I know.
Look,
Kyle has it all and he hasn't sent me access to it in any way. Like,
we need to put up on a drive. We should bug him.
Yeah.
Upload it. Yeah, and then we'll just start up editing it.
Yeah.
Tenda Canada has the Northern Rim bolt action 22.
13-inch barrel though.
Sweet.
13-inch or 20-inch. Yeah, whatever you want.
13-inch.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Woodstock.
It takes 10 22 mags.
Where are these
$285?
made?
What do you think the odds are that action is like not dog doo-doo?
It looks like metal.
Is it Turkish or Chinese? If this is Chinese, this looks.
If it's Chinese, why is it not called Norinco?
Because they've been renaming these things. Do you think it's actually Northern Rim? Oh, Northern Rim Fire. It's Canadian, right? No, it's not. It's
Does
Turkish
it have
or
a
Chinese.
threaded muzzle too?
Yeah, yes.
Can we Armalytics it?
Half by 20.
Oh,
What's half by 20?
okay.
Wait, that's wrong.
I have no business.
Half by
doing that
28.
right now.
Maybe half by 28.
So that
It's probably
they
wrong.
already screwed the thing wrong. What is going on?
Oh, okay.
It's just stats and stuff. No one actually pays attention to that stuff, right? Anyways, yeah, they've got it in wood or they got it in synthetic. $285. Yeah, it's pretty
That's
reasonable for.
pretty cheap.
Very
I don't know,
affordable.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Takes 1022 megs. I was looking at a Kui the other day because I just kind of wanted that. I wanted a little bit of my childhood back, just bolt action plinking, and I don't own one right now. This would be better.
Tony cannot relate. I don't think my childhood have no wrinkle in it either. So
You can't hit like you can't throw a rock at like farm kids that grew up in Saskatchewan and not hit like 3 of us that had access to a Cooey.
that's fair.
Cooey bolt action, mag fed 22.
Yeah. Everyone had one, or like everyone's dad had one. That was the varmint gun on most farms, right? But having one that takes 10-22 mags, I like that, and a short barrel with a threaded muzzle. Yeah,
Extra like that. Yeah, for some purposes. Muzzle brakes.
No purposes that are completely legal to me. I can possess suppressors.
Yeah, exactly.
I can put a can on that.
Yeah, way to rub it in, sir. Thanks.
Well, you can come shoot it too. Okay.
I can't look at it every day though.
Dude, oh, that's neat. Why
don't you get a semi-auto then?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'll take a semi-auto 22 any day, but I was literally just kind of nostalgizing that part of my.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And just yeah. Anyway,
I'm trying to figure out whether it's made in China and Turkey, and I can't find.
Does
very
Armor
much
Lego say
online.
anything?
I didn't check our analytics. Maybe you can check out while I talk about this next one coming up here. SBI put out their CZ457 chassis. Sorry, Canadian CZ457 chassis.
Easy.
It's a little bit of chassis.
China. Chongqing Jianshe Industry. Okay.
Okay, Chinese.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I'd rather have a Chinese 22 than a Turkish one. And I have a couple of both. The Chinese one will be rougher, but it'll be made mostly of metal. And it won't have
feed
weird
from the
plastic.
proper magazine though.
I don't know. Yeah, that's another good question. Okay, back to SBI. Yeah, they have the 457 chassis. It's
This
aluminum.
was also from Shot Chill, kind of. Yeah, they
he had it at SHOT Show. Yep. So it's got a railed back pistol grip, like an AR pistol grip you can put on there, and the rest of you just drop in.
You can put that really light stock on. I don't know if you wanted to do that. Probably not because PRS stuff. But
He doesn't have that stock yet available yet. I've been bugging him. I
Really?
want it. I want that stock. It's not under stocks. It's not under accessories or parts. I can't find it. And
Wait a minute. I had it on good authority when we were at SHOT Show that it was coming out right away.
Not so right away.
yeah, half a year is right away, right?
For SHOT Show, it really is, guys.
I'm mostly just being facetious and silly, Tony.
If the 457 that I get, that youth one, I think it's gonna have a youth stock and a short barrel.
Yeah,
I have a 40% coupon off at SBI, so I might get that and then put that one in there, and then I have to do something on the back. But yeah, I think I might do that.
Just put it in one order. Buy the super light stock. Say it's for this, but technically it's not. Put it on the
No,
other
it's a
stock.
457. The super light doesn't. If super light's for a 1022.
No, I'm saying the super light stock, the back end of it.
Oh, sure. But he has to sell it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't
I
have
thought
that.
he had it on MagDump. Check that.
Oh, maybe. I'll check it in a bit after we're done this because I don't want to do my personal shopping on Showtime, even though I do it often.
What do you mean? That's the whole point. That's why we tune in.
Dark Mountain. So Marstar has this single shot 9mm or 5.7 bolt action rifle, and there's now a chassis system they sell with it, and it's really interesting. So the way that they have this configured here, I dig it.
I do too. I want that. I want that.
I don't know what stock
That's
that is, but it looks
restricted
awesome.
though.
If the stock folds, if that rear stock folds, then yes, because it'll be less than 24 inches OAL.
Yeah. But if it
doesn't fold,
that's legal.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, chassis can be used with a fixed stock. Okay, so folding stock.
Yeah, it's a Picatinny rail, so you can use anything on it. But I just don't find. Well, no, it's not a rimfire. As I was gonna say, I don't find it any more usable than a 1022.
Oh my god, it's actually way less. Okay, so you see,
like
it's got a Glock mag there.
Yep.
That Glock mag is so you can pull around.
Oh,
off
I
and
see
put
the
it
brass
into the
now.
chamber.
Okay, there's your feeding
that's
pass. It's
so
great.
bad. Oh, I really.
There's no magazine on it, Dustin. So you grab it off of your Glock mag and you stick it in there one by one. That's why it's there.
All right. I have this weird mixture of I really, really.
It's like an
dislike it,
Oslav,
and I
but
also
worse.
really love it. There's like this. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what that is for. That Glock mag, it sits on the side and it locks in there. Not because the gun takes Glock mags, because look at that. That grip
How
doesn't
did
take a Glock mag.
How do the rounds come out of the magazine for you to
Use your
pull them out.
fingers.
Yeah, it's literally sitting on the side of the gun, and you pull the round out and you put it into the side.
Like I'm
What's
trying
that?
to look. Is it canted? I'm trying to look at this
No.
picture.
It's just coming out of the mag.
Okay. Yeah. I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to reload this one fast by any means, but
What do you
still
mean? You can
shotgun.
just it's reloading very fast.
so cool. You put that, some subsonics, this can that you have set up, and like that is the ultimate in like, backyard raccoon slaying technology.
Why don't you just have a Daria instead?
Would be cheaper.
Okay, but the other the dark mountains. Let me just show you guys because they are cool.
It is very
They're
creative.
they're a very lightweight gun. Here's one in 5.7. Look at that. There's nothing, and you can swap the barrel because this stock is fixed. They also sell short barrels. Look at this: a 5-inch barrel in 5.7 or a 5-inch barrel in 9 mil.
Oh, that's actually pretty neat.
And so you could stick that on there. It would make it, I guess, closer to pistol loudness. Pretty loud afterwards.
Oh gosh, I can't even.
I'm gonna shoot IPSC with this.
Good luck.
That might be a bit slow. Okay, Olight has a new site, the XE Amers instead of Amers. It's it's a new dot that they have. It's a enclosed emitter. And because it's Olight, it's super duper cheap. Here is the Canadian pricing.
$300? Are you kidding?
Yeah, $300.
I'm buying one of those for one of my Glocks. That's happening. Oh my god. I love Olight, by the way. I'm a big fan. I
like their stuff too.
I have like 4 of their lights within reach of me right now.
Like I have
1632. Yeah. Really? Does it have to?
Yeah, so it's a side load 1632, similar to how Holosun does them.
But it's on an RMR?
Where is the site that you're it's their Olight store. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the
Ruggedized
that's Canadian
miniature
too.
reflex is RMR.
Dude, I legitimately need that. All right, yeah, also not
miniature. Miniature would be the RMSC, I think, wouldn't it?
No, because ruggedized miniature reflex is RMR.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
right?
You're right. Yeah.
But if it's on an RMR, I would expect it to be 2032, but that's just me.
I mean, with the way batteries are going these days, like who cares?
A high-end CR 1632 battery. High-end. Very important high-end.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get over how cheap that is.
Yeah. There are other ones.
I can't get over how Chinese the marketing material is. I love it.
It's fine. I love Olight. They have not let me down yet. That is going on one of my Glocks.
Red dots and circles. There's a side loading 1632.
Ooh.
And it's got a collapsible rear sight, so you could press a button on the side. Rear sights pop up, which is
they hold zero.
I mean, do they hold zero enough?
That's really
for
all
match conditions.
No, you'd want to use your dot. There's like, oh my god, my battery's not working. I hit the button and you go to irons, right?
Yeah,
I've done it.
Yeah,
I always check my batteries the day before because I'm, responsible.
That's what I should do. I didn't mention it, but at Battle of Alberta, I was running. My battery was not there, and in daylight, I could not. Tony, you looked through it, right?
The problem is not that you didn't inspect the battery before. The problem is you didn't carry a spare.
It's got a weird battery. It takes like DL2.
Exactly. That's why you carry spares. If you showed up,
how do you not have those?
You don't have a 2032. Someone will have it. I have a Huey. It takes a CR123. Half the people don't have a CR123. I carry 3 with me at all times.
I think more people would carry a CR123 than a
Yeah,
DL 130.
fair enough, but
whatever
still, like
it
it's
goes
only
to.
gonna be the people run a Huey, which I think Alberta is just me, and then probably like the 2 people who are running EOTechs.
So
You
this
know what
is
I'm
like,
not seeing here? Where's the
Hmm.
battery life? Oh, there it is.
Oh.
100,000 hours. Yeah, on the XE AMRS, 100,000 hours, mode 3, 2 MOA dot only. So the bigger one's going to use the battery quicker.
but like it's rechargeable.
All the hours.
Like it takes no time to recharge them. It's fine. Like I'm not
No,
getting
these
any
are
gunfight.
non-rechargeable. 1632
Wait.
non-rechargeable.
Oh,
Side
Oh,
loading
you're right.
battery.
Silos, but they have
Yeah.
the I think they have the one.
other one
that's
has a
like the
rechargeable.
the
magnetic
other one has
charging.
the charger. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I'm happy to take a side loading's easy enough to get at. Like, that's fine. I turn my red dot off.
So now that they have the new one coming in, the old one's even cheaper. If you don't want an enclosed
RMSC.
emitter. Oh, this is an enclosed one. It's
This one's
just not
probably
the
smaller.
yeah, non-enclosed. It's only got the fixed irons on the back. Like you
As
want
long as
that.
I can get-
Lame. It's
as
not
long as I
even
can
190.
It's not even
It's
spring
so-
loaded.
190. Come on, that's so dirt cheap.
Wait,
And it's got
why
the side
is
load.
why is this one limited lifetime, but the other one's 5 years? They changed
Oh.
their warranty policy on
This
things.
one's says lifetime
That's
warranty.
lifetime warranty.
The other one says 5 years.
Did it?
Yeah, it was weird.
Okay, let's go back to the other one. Oh yeah,
See?
5-year warranty.
Interesting.
Huh. Well, it works against it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like a lifetime warranty. It's one
Yeah,
of the
here's
old
the rechargeable one. That one's $300. Non-rechargeable side load battery, $215. I would just get one of those.
Yeah, the
I might
non-rechargeable
get-
is the way to go.
I might get one of those. 3 MOA dot and 32 MOA circle.
$200.
For
Wait,
the life of me,
yeah.
I can't see dots that's smaller than 5 anymore. It's just
Yeah, well, they got a 6
I
MOA
see a
right over
star
here.
in my view.
You know, 6.
Yeah, 6 works for me.
I run a 3 pretty consistently.
My eyeball is just like F you.
I'm spoiled.
Good
I've got
luck with that.
It's fair.
Lifetime warranty
Here's
on
a
this
big
one
old
too.
blob.
172.
$170. Tony,
You
you
get
could
that one.
you should get that.
That was enclosed too, right? Is this one enclosed?
Safety
No.
check, by the way.
No, I don't think so.
No, it's
Why do
not.
I need another? I have my vortexes. My vortex
It'd
eye.
be justification to get another handgun.
I think there's plenty of justification to get another handgun, but
That one's not
yeah.
enclosed.
Separate
194 for the enclosed one. Anyway, sorry.
$200
I'm
dude.
shopping
That-
on podcast time again.
No, we look. This is the things to talk about.
issue. This is the new gun stuff we're talking about. Okay, this is
Yeah.
the brighter future. We can at least play with optics. They haven't banned those. They haven't said this increases the accuracy of your firearm, which is evil.
inexpensive optics for folks that are really only like, dude, I'm not getting in any gunfights. This is perfect for me. I don't need a $600, red dot for my pistol.
Oh, okay, that one was 6 MOA red dot. The 6
Oh, they have a green
with an
one, too?
enclosed emitter is 194.
Oh,
I would get that
Oh,
one. 6
yep.
MOA closed.
yeah.
We
with the battery.
have a green circle dot for 237.
Yes, yes,
Red
yes.
circle dot for 231, or a 6 MOA. Oh, black. What's black?
No, still green dot, but the housing is black, I guess.
The housing's black on all of them.
It might be gray.
Don't know. But
You can
this
get a special
this
edition
one's
Vortex in
cheaper,
FDE,
so
Yeah, I think this is just the easiest one. Is red dot, no circle.
yeah, who cares about that stuff?
So
Cool. Okay.
Sweet.
Last thing, Inter Surplus. They were saying they have a whole bunch of 30-06s in stock. They're going to be all like
Ooh.
sporterized Stigas and Husqvarnas.
Husqvarnas.
If you want to
Oh.
match your chainsaw to your rifle, boy, this is a deal for you because they've got them for $295, $395, a whole bunch from around like give her like 300.
go down. What's the Remington?
500-ish.
Wood mat. Whoa. It's
So
a pump action,
Woodmaster.
right?
On a show I did.
It's actually a good deal though. I think
We
that's
had-
actually a good deal for 740.
Wait, is this a semi-auto or is a?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the semi-auto.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cheap.
That's the power course.
That's a great semi-auto gun.
Canadian
though.
Firearms
Yeah,
Safety
no,
Course
Dirty
gun.
no,
outside.
Dustin. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
It's
bite
great
your
for what it
tongue.
is.
It's good for what it is.
It's great for what it is.
It's good. It's a good thing it's got a steel butt plate on there because you can use that to finish a deer off after
When it
you
doesn't
wound it. And all the inaccuracy, and you couldn't get any more shots off other than the first. Sorry, I'll stop shit talking the 740.
No,
I think a lot of people
It's
loved
fine.
it.
This is a great
fun.
price. Like this is a fantastic price. 550. Like if you look on Gunpost right now, 795 and 800. That's a good price for one of these things.
I love Inner Surplus.
Drilled and tapped. Rear sight was relocated. Okay.
Oh, from where? to
Oh, from the
Yeah,
front
from
position to
here
the rear
yeah,
position.
there.
For that better sight radius, for that perfect accuracy.
But it's a drilled and tapped. Just put a scope on there. I guess why put a scope on something that like doesn't
sell.
benefit having all the accuracy of a scope? It would be
I've heard
frustrating.
one famous Adriel Michaud said, iron sights are better. So yes, we'll go with that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Sabati, BSA. Ooh, a Winchester 70 for 575. Whoo!
Wait, what?
Good shows
Is
handling marks.
This is a control feed too, or?
Yeah, Winchester 70 is controlled feed.
I saw there was an inter period that they were not, but
your autism's stronger than mine, so you might be right. Jewel bolt on that. Oh man, with a plastic buttstock. 30-06.
$500.
It looks a little rough.
Sure, people can rebarrel.
I bet you.
Model
I bet
70,
you it still shoots.
Oh yeah, I bet you 575. Man, that is a great deal for a Winchester. But mind you, okay, for this price, you can get a Savage Axis or and I know some people are like, Adriel, you're crazy comparing this to a Savage Axis, or you can get a Howa 1500 or something like that.
Yeah, get that.
And
Howa.
they'll have a better butt pad, and they'll be in a plastic synthetic stock, and they'll be ready to take a scope. Meanwhile,
have
this
a
thing, like
detachable magazine,
whatever bolt lift that is, and it'll have a detachable magazine, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And
it's modern creature comfort versus traditional in history. If you're into Model 70s, I think you would be into Model 70s.
I'm probably losing listeners just by saying that.
Yeah,
Winchester Model 70 to Savage Axis and that kind of thing. People are just like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
It's a little like side note, because it was controlled feed. You guys made me think about it, but it is such a fun extra challenge. Fun's really heavily in quotation marks there. Teaching actors how to handle bolt actions that are controlled feed.
Why?
They try to drop one in the chamber, right?
Yep.
Guess what? I have a controlled feed Mauser that I teach students with at PAL courses.
I bet you unjam that sucker all the time for them.
You know, they would have the problem regardless, because even if it wasn't controlled feed, they'd put one in the chamber and they'd load the mag and then get a double feed like every time anyways.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so like put one in the chamber and then put one into the magazine and then try to push the bolt forward.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? Just stop telling people to load the chamber.
Stop trying to put logic towards this, Tony. I tell them that. I say load the magazine. Look, you see this cutout? That's for your thumb to be loading this with a stripper clip. Don't load the gun. Let the gun load itself.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in for a day.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how autistic or enthusiastic you are about the subject. It's like, I'm gonna read up on all the magazine types before I go to school. It's great.
Speaking about autism, Tony, how's your 1 year in 3 gun?
Oh, it is interesting. I started my 3 gun journey with Adriel just about a year ago. We actually started soft. We started on the Rimfire Madness match that Adriel put up. So at least the rifle side was, I was experienced enough with the pump action. I probably could have done it. We had a IPSC style rifle match at the BTSA. Taylor Reich put that up. So I was confident enough with this gun, but for sure, Rimfire is a little bit lower stress. Although I'm not a fan of how, all the malfunctions you're going to have, which kind of adds to the stress. And then Adriel decided to throw a 200-yard target at me. So my plan was to shoot it 4 times and run off instead of properly engaging the target. But it is really a eye-opening experience for me, because coming from shooting mostly IPSC style PCC, it's very much one gun, right? We don't put anything down. It's quite a different dynamic. And I've at that point only been shooting PCC for about a year and a half before the ban came in. To me, I've got the hang of how to do a stage design, count your reloads and everything, but now everything just tripled. You have to think about, okay, I have a pistol to reload too now, and I have a shotgun. So what are you going? Actually, Rimfire Madness was a 2-gun match. It's only shotgun and rifle. So even more easing into that match, I didn't have to run around with a pistol in my holster. I didn't have to do a draw on the clock. I don't have to like think about it. I almost made a mistake at BOA this year because I haven't been shooting 3-gun for a while. The first stage was you run up, there's this road full of clays. You shot them with shotguns. You put your shotgun down. You draw. You clear the play rack. I did horribly on the play rack. That's kind of a start of the match, little issue. And then I tried to lower the gun. And then my first instinct was loaded gun equals it goes this way. I was like, oh, that's not right. Into the dump box, run off, go to the rifle stage instead. So it's quite a bit of challenge in terms of the mentals because there's so many things to remember, and the stage could have long ranges in it. PCC, you don't often see that. Like 30 yards is long range for PCC. Well, not necessarily PCC, but when you're shooting like a mixed PCC pistol match, that's generally considered as long range. And it's quite a bit of challenge. Adria throw on me shooting rimfire at long ranges for Rimfire Madness, and then for the first BOA, it wasn't too bad. I think we only went out to like around 250. But there was the challenge of the helicopters. There's a lot more odd positioning shooting. Adria also mentioned back in the day when they had ARs to shoot, there's a lot of urban prone. Like doing this.
We'd throw
I haven't experienced that, so that's great. I didn't have to do that. I think doing that and pumping the gun would be pretty interesting. You'll be grading your arm all over the ground. But yeah, for sure, it's a different experience. So Rimfire Madness went okay. I finished worse than I thought, as I was in limited because I didn't trust my 25-round magazine for my 822. I was hoping I can squeeze into the third. I think I missed it by a little bit. My shotgun work was just not very good at the time. IP6 style shotgun kind of just started at BTSA. I have the Nova Speed.
So you were expecting it to get third in your first match?
Yeah. Oh, because I've shot
first multi-gun match.
Sure, because there was only less than 10 competitors in Rimfire Limited.
Mm-hmm. So you were expecting to shoot in the top.
I've shot Rimfire rifles enough to do this, right? It's fine. I got this. But no, that didn't happen. Came close though. So, and then we've experienced the rust problem with the Nova Speed. That was brilliant. Needed a lot more practice on reloading shotgun. Like shotgun, and in terms of the three, I think shotgun is probably the most different. The story might change as we go more towards kind of American style 3-gun, where there's a lot more long range component to rifle. I'm really not experienced in that. The longest range we got at BTSA is 200, and it actually looks a lot further than it is because it's on a consistent uphill and the benches are flat. So it's like shooting like this. It's pretty weird. But generally speaking,
Maple Seed is good practice for long range shooting though, because it's a matter of like building the position.
Yeah.
Like I shoot the long ranges, the stages pretty fast, like much faster than like I'm a pretty fast shooter, but on the long ranges where I really make up time on people, and that's because I get a good steady position and I can shoot fast and accurate from that steady position. That is the most critical part.
I think for me, if I can establish a position, usually if there's some kind of a medium to low wall, that's where I do the best. I just ram up to it, push right into it, and that seems to stabilize me pretty good. I have more or less a barricade stop on the front of my bipod, so I can borrow that for most of my shooting. That's pretty good. But like my dope calculation isn't very good. My eyes are just not very good. I want to have drop dots, but the Vortex doesn't. The Huey doesn't have it. It was bought more for like a PCC dot. I do like it a lot because it's a holographic sight and it doesn't produce too much fuzziness for me. More like star streakiness, I guess. So it's a pretty clean image, magnified or not. So it does work out very well for me. Humbled at that match. I went back, got called by Adriel to go to BOA. He's like, do I have to? He's like, yes, you have to. I was like, okay. It's like trying to, still running the bandolier. That, it works. It's probably not the most sporting way to do it. It's just loading one by one is just not that fast. Even doing doubles, it's just quite a bit faster. And to be honest, quite a bit more ergonomic too. It depends on how you want to set it up. Because the Nova Speed, I found it to be pretty comfortable to low strong side. So I know Adriel does. I think Kyle does too. Do weekend loadings like so.
Usually, yeah.
But I would do 1-2, 1-2. That seems to work pretty good for me, at least for the port size this thing has, and it has an undercut on the low side, so you can kind of
once you get the shell caddies though, you're going to practice quads, right?
Right. At least I'll try. Unless if I fail 90% of it,
practice quad loads.
You can learn how to quad load in an hour.
Yep.
Just at home, just with some dummies.
Are you sure about that? Well, we'll try that, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll try
I've
that.
I've taught people how to do it, and they do fine afterwards.
Never
You
said I'm the
mentioned-
most talented.
Adriel had mentioned Lena Michalik as well. You should follow her on social media. I love that girl for all her shotgun stuff. I've definitely learned some things from her.
I do watch it,
Pet the kitty?
the channel, yeah.
Pet the kitty.
When she's talking about like reloading, she's like,
You're petting a kitty.
pet the kitty.
I don't have a pet
She's
in my
so
life, so I
fluid
don't know
at
if
it.
that
It's
works.
it's incredible. It's really cool to watch. It definitely motivated me to get better at it.
That's very interesting. Anyway, so at the first BOA, how much pistol did I shoot before that? Really not that much. I shot a black badge before that. I did my black badge before I shot BOA, before I shot the 3-gun matches, but like pistol skill is something that you could lose quite
Did you
quickly.
do your black badge with a handgun or with?
I did do it with a handgun. I
Okay.
borrowed one. I borrowed an APX, and that's why I was a guest on the show at the time. I was showing the imaginary gun that wasn't there because I had to return it to my buddy Vinny at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But so like I've lost most of it at that point. Like the recoil control is very poor, and then I have to take in a lot of the rules. For example, you don't have to shoot your target twice. If you can make an accurate shot on it, you could just do that instead. At the time, I think one of our first stages was the shoot house, and Adriel was pushing me hard. He's like, just don't think about it. Don't look at the sights. Just tap everyone twice in the like point shooting. I just
rip on it.
I just couldn't do it. I think it probably turned out better than how I thought it would. As in, I probably made more connections than I like mentally thought I made. So it's like triple tapping everyone because I think I missed one every time. So that messed up the entire stage plan because you only have 10 round magazines and that made things very difficult. I was shooting a dot that was not very familiar with. It was a Holosun of sorts, Adriel's dot. Yes, the pistol performance just not quite there. I wasn't too familiar. I was okay with drawing a pistol, especially 1911s, because I'm familiar enough with the manual safety. I shot steel challenges borrowing guns before, but that's kind of, I guess at least the draw and the make ready is pretty familiar to me. I'm not missing that part up, but I don't do a lot of shooting on the move. I don't have a lot of experience with my dot is moving everywhere. What do I do? Kind of situation. For PCC, it's a lot of go into a position, stop, deliver, and then move on kind of thing. Generally, that worked pretty well for me for the time. So it's kind of bad habits. I want to say I'm doing that for the shotgun too. So it's not very fluid. You will see my action being quite choppy. He's like, oh, there's a clay. Stop, aim for it, fires it, and then goes back onto moving, which you should be just like moving around, shooting shotgun. You have a spread, right, for shotgun, and clay targets are decent size, so you can get them pretty decently moving.
Yeah, with shotguns, like I don't really like shooting on the move too much. I do like to, like on the on that road run that we had at BOA this year. I literally, like, from the start, I fired at 4 and I ripped up and I fired at 3 more, because like with with clays, you don't have to put very many pellets on them, so you can hit them from much longer distance than you think you can.
That's fair, but for some reason, even that was the first stage of the day, I felt quite comfortable shooting on the move. Maybe it's the pump action thing. Just there's a natural cadence to it that I'm just going for a 1. I'm just moving pretty slowly, but moving all the time, moving, shooting, doing 2 reloads because I can. I have the time to do that. And that, for me, I think that first stage for this year's BOA worked out pretty good for me. Shooting on the move. There'll be a little bit more experience and confidence for sure on that. Rifle long range, as I mentioned, if I have a position to go into, it didn't seem bad. Standing was fine. It feels very much like the PCC. I did have a discussion with Adria on if you should have a break on your pump action rifle. And from my experience this year, I think that's a huge help. Either for long range, you can spot your own shot, you can call your shot better, I think, or for some reason, for me, for my brain, for my vision, it just feels like I can get a sight picture on the next target a little bit faster. It feels like it's recoiling a little less.
Yeah.
But
Well, it
that
does
could be a very
recoil
much a
less.
feel.
It does recoil less, but I like with it or without it. Like I've got mine with it on right now, but I can't really tell the difference too much. Like I can see, like, after you fire, it's like, boom, long range with my red dot. I don't see where it hits. I don't get like a dust or anything like that. I just the target starts blinking or it doesn't. Because without a magnified
enough.
optic, you don't get to see.
That's
Yeah.
true, because I
Yeah.
do have the magnified optic, so I could
Yeah.
spot a little
Maybe
bit
it's more of an
better in
advantage with
that
yours.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, BOA was a fun match last year, but I didn't walk away with much expectations. It was completely new to me. I'm lacking on the pistol, lacking on the shotgun. Not that great was the rifle. I can pump it pretty good, but Nova Speed still giving me some issues.
Real good.
I don't get jams on the PER, but I do on the Nova Speed. So I still haven't figured out why. After a year and a half of ownership,
Maybe
I'm just
try
not very good.
figuring out a different shotgun.
He's
at
going
this
to a
point.
1301.
I'm going to a
Yeah.
1301,
Yeah, there
so
you go,
now
yeah.
I only have to pump 1 gun. Maybe that will fix the problem. I don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly. So coming around to this year's BOA, I was like, First, you gotta know Tony likes hiding. So it's like, how many
I know.
people is in open again? So I can cheat in the least strong division, I guess. But I think there was only 3. I was like,
You gotta have more faith in yourself, man. You
I
gotta
know.
like
So I was like, then I have to use double the ammo. Is it really worth it? So I did. In fact, I did not shoot the division that's incorrect. I shot the most appropriate division for my equipment, which is clipazine because pump action, unlimited because optics on the pistol.
Adriel, is that a wildcat?
No, that's the guy he just shot.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
Montreal
Yeah.
arms. Yeah.
Looks like it.
A lot like it.
So
not.
yeah, we started with the walk on the long range. Cleaned up. I had to do a stationary reload on the play rack. That was horrible. And the play rack's only 10 yards away. It's like, that's annoying. Anyway, did the rifle pretty okay though, I think. It was like
How many-
So talk about, like, what did you get much better at year over year, and what do you need to get better at for the next 3 gun? For not even for next year, for this year, for Memorial. What do you have to get much better at?
Memorial have single shot elimination?
What do you mean single shot? What's a single shot
Can you
elimination?
tap them once in the A zone? Is that good enough?
I don't know.
You just assume no and just work from there.
That's the thing,
Yeah,
because
I would assume no.
I use that very much to my advantage this time around. Doing the shoot house on both days, I was kind of modulating the speed, doing to me what is more controlled of one tap on every target through the window. Last time I did it too quick, and I actually missed 2 targets in one of the windows. So that
You
also
didn't
added
see
to.
them. It's not that you missed shooting them, but you didn't see them. You
Perhaps.
cannot miss at that distance. You
No,
cannot
not miss. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
shoot.
you didn't
I didn't
shoot
miss
at 'em.
shooting that position,
Yeah.
but that was the whole rushing thing, right? It's like,
I know that shooting 1 seems faster than shooting 2, but if you were to watch the video of me shooting that shoot house and you shooting that shoot house, shooting 2 is faster.
well, yeah, for sure. But that's just at my skill level. I don't think I can pull a double that fast.
Yes, you can.
I still think it would be faster.
We will have to try out, but
It's something that you might want to try because it should be faster, especially at that distance. There were a couple of targets where a single might have made sense. The peacock, for example, of course. Yeah, they're all headshots.
that's mostly headshots, so you're not
Yeah.
putting twice the risk into a no shoot, I guess. I am getting back into IPSC, so there will be a lot more double tap training coming up.
Mhm.
It's just for my current skill level, for me, it's a lot more comfortable to shoot them at a regular pace once instead of twice.
Yeah.
It's just how I feel about it. Like at the end of the tunnel, there was the wide open target. I did tap that twice, but
Yeah, you
I
did.
just, I don't know. Is there a joke there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
there
worry
is.
about it.
Okay,
worry about it.
we'll skip that. But with the kill house, there's also the factor of your vision is quite obscured. So
Mhm.
my red dot skill with a pistol is not great either. So there's some consideration for that. Shotgun work for this year is, I think, quite a bit better because I'm doing doubles instead of pulling off the bandolier. I
Bandolier?
did carry the bandolier for one of the stages because it did not require a reload, but I know if I didn't carry it, I would need it. So I carried it, so I didn't need it. And it's in
Just in
all
case.
fairness, it's a little bit more comfortable than having your caddy hitting your leg all the time. So if just as an emergency backup, I would feel like it's a little bit better of a choice.
Well, I mean, you're about to get, shot shell caddies, so it doesn't really matter. But you should still just consider sticking one of those like shot shell cards on the side of your shotgun. Like if there's a match, like if I don't think I'm gonna need more rounds than I have in the gun, or a lot more rounds than I have in the gun, but maybe I want like just a couple backup rounds, like one of those 5 or 6 round just Velcro shot shell cards stuck to the side of the gun might be more than adequate.
I stick a couple of shells in my pocket. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
I don't
too.
want to use those shells. And then I just
For-
that's a
Yeah.
Or the
no,
Nova
things have gone
Speed,
wrong,
I
so,
think your
yeah.
shot card will actually impact your loading port.
Well, you're not
Right.
gonna be using that gun anyway. So
Right.
Right, but just saying. And then you'll have weight on one side of the gun, it will all feel very awkward.
that's nonsense. You're silly. That's
I don't
silly.
know, just
It'll be fine.
I like the
But yeah, you
bandolier,
don't,
I guess.
I don't think like that's a good option if a stage has shot and slugs and you need like to carry them in a different spot and you don't have room on the belt. Like putting them in a
Fair
very
enough.
different slot's kind of nice, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I'd rather carry even those on my belt and just clearly delineate which are which.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like my mount for the shotgun, which is critical for basically your aim, is a lot better this year. It's a little bit more natural. I haven't actually shot, well, I haven't had a ribbed shot, vent ribbed shotgun before this one.
Mm.
So it was either a bead or I had a dot on it.
Mhm.
I might put a dot on the 1301. This gun isn't tapped
Do it.
for it, so
Do it.
it's unfortunate, but I think I have to check the division for Memorial before
Yeah.
in Canada. I can. It doesn't hurt me in terms of divisions, so I might do that. Is it gonna be a huge advantage at this point? I don't think so.
No, but the 1301 deserves a red dot, Tony.
Sure, but if I shoot IPSC shotgun, that will make it quite a major disadvantage because
Take it
then
off.
then you will be racing against Dave Knox with his gigantic M2 with his slug drilled out barrel, gigantic tank brake, and all the accoutrement that come with, I think,
Okay.
what is it, a modified division gun?
But dude, you're not going to win that either way against that guy. So for one, shoot however you want, however is going to be the most fun. Stop thinking about what's going to be the most advantageous. You're not going to be at the top of that list anyway, so you might as well shoot in a way that's going to get you better training overall. Now again, you don't have to do red dot, but you just the 1301 deserves one. But
You can't put a red dot for TAC Ops at Memorial.
Then
if
there you
you're
go.
choosing TAC Ops, if you don't want TAC Ops, if you want to go modified, you gotta say, you get a red dot on your shotgun if you go modified.
How is TAC Ops? How is that you can't do red dot optics
Dude,
on your
TAC Ops in this thing is the
like,
most limiting division.
Yeah, it's like irons on pistols too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
TAC Ops is literally like
it's the traditional.
Well, the traditional limited should have been like a red, but there is no limited at this thing, right?
I think
So,
limited
Shouldn't that be like
dead.
trad ops then, not TAC Ops? Like when I think TAC Ops, I think what's the most tactical optics I could have on my gun?
That's called open.
yeah. Anyways,
exactly.
Modified pistol, I think you can run a red dot too, and I think TAC Ops pistol you can't. Just a second.
That will seem reasonable.
TAC Ops, yeah. So I think you want modified anyways, Tony. So if you wanted to,
oh god,
yeah,
why
no electronic sights, optical compensators, board, none of that kind of stuff for TAC Ops pistols. So you're gonna be going modified anyways. You could put a red dot on the shotgun if you want.
There you go.
Am I though? What? Get back to the question of what pistol I'm gonna shoot in the end. So.
Oh yeah, are you gonna run a red dot or not?
I don't think I am gonna. So.
Really?
Okay.
I think, to me, at least through my pistol shooting development, I think an iron pistol is easier to shoot if you're unfamiliar with it. Because I think you're waving the pistol
You
around
don't have
less.
to index. Yeah, you don't have to index and fish for the
when
dot.
When you're more familiar with it, it's easier to shoot a dot and you get your second shot faster.
Yeah.
That's just what I found. I think this is why it's a struggle for me going from a rifle game or from PCC. Is like it's so natural every time. It's always there. I don't have to fish for it because the mount is going to be pretty consistent. My head's there.
So maybe to take things back to Memorial. What else? Like aside from the guns, what skills are you going to work on for that match?
Qual loading for sure. I'll have to probably get a mental game for having freedom magazines.
Not having to reload after 5 rounds.
Like I need to think about it because on my PR I think about reloading like this for the most part, just flipping the magazine around, and
you will not need to reload unless you miss a whole bunch on the stage, and you'll just need one extra mag on your belt.
That would be really, really nice.
Yeah,
that would be really, really nice
for your rifle. For your pistol, you might need like I don't know, 3 mags, maybe 4 if you miss a bunch. Probably 3.
The whole math game will be a little different because now you're counting to not 8, because 8 gives you 2 extra shots. You're counting probably to like 15-ish.
You count your shots?
Yeah. Isn't this an IPSC thing?
I don't count.
Well, no, we don't. We count it during the stage plan. I don't count it when the stage plan goes south, though.
Yeah.
You're just like...
I count it and I'm like, I'm going to reload there. But at this part, I'm going to reload. Regardless how many I've used up to this point, I'm reloading there and I'm moving on. Yeah.
That sounds about right. So, yeah, a quad load for sure. It's going to be a shotgun reload intensive game. You will have more capacity to start, but reloading it's still slow, just like in Canada. So that's...
I didn't use more than 112. I had more than that, but I don't think I used more than 112 round caddy in Phoenix. We might need more than that there.
Well, we have a whole squad of people, so we'll probably have enough regardless. I don't know. Do I need to get a chest belt now to load from the chest too?
How many are you getting on your belt? A 12 and an 8? Or
12 and an 8, yeah. So
20 rounds.
20 rounds.
Plus, 8 or 12 or whatever it is in the gun. I think it was 9 in the gun, 8 in the tube, and 1 in the chamber.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so you got 29 shells for a stage. That sounds like more than enough. Yeah, that sounds like more than enough. I might bring my chest rig just in case, but I didn't use it last at Phoenix, and I doubt we would use it here, but it's just nice to have as a backup.
Fair enough. Other than
So
that,
quad loads.
follows for sure. Getting familiar with the semi-auto.
Mhm.
There's the shell release, the
Yeah.
bolt release, auto releases, a lot of buttons.
Yeah.
It's
Spend a lot
comparing
of
to
time
this thing that have one button. You have the action release, but that's it.
Yeah.
So it will be something to get used to. I think I'll have plenty of matches coming up to get a good rhythm on that. There's the team match coming up. There's a few matches at CDTSA that I can join as guests. So
What about
that
your
should be
like?
all good.
You've got some plans to do some real dry fire practice as well at home,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. But
Like-
that'll be difficult for the pistol though, because I don't really know which one to shoot yet. And I won't be shooting a 1911 because that'll put me in a significant
disadvantage.
capacity disadvantage, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, talk to Kyle and figure out what you're going to use.
For sure.
Yeah.
For ARs, I guess it's just a semi-auto 223, so it's not that I've shot them a ton before the ban. I did shoot some, but
Slap the side when you run it to empty.
yeah, that's
Fire.
very similar to. So it's gonna be like a mix between my PCC, which has the slappy slap on the side and a rear charger, but the magwell angle will be a little different. So it will be like a mix between the PR and the PCC.
It's just
I think I
better.
can figure
It's
it
just
out.
better at everything. It's just
Mhm.
there's nothing that even compares. You're gonna be like, oh, this is easy. I like this. Yeah.
I just have to pull the trigger. I don't have to move my arm back and forth.
You just have to imagine pulling the trigger and it hits the target.
Well, it has a
ARs are
psychological
that
trigger now.
magic. No, ARs are that magic. They're so good.
They're really good.
Okay.
They're really good. Not quite
No,
that
but-
good, but they're really good. It's so interesting, honestly, listening to this, and like, yeah, like it has clicked. Tony does not own an AR. He does not have years of just basic manual of arms experience behind that platform. You are in for a treat.
Well, the AR9 facsimiles are similar enough, I want to say. They don't shoot as far away, but for PCC purposes, it doesn't have to shoot very far away.
Okay, yeah, your
Yeah.
manual of arms and your
I think I know how to charge the gun. It's probably fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I think I'll be
Yeah,
alright.
locking it open can be a little bit awkward. You need to
Yeah, you
pull
just
and
reach
push
on the bottom,
there.
you do it. Yeah, it's very similar, I think.
Sure, yeah. I don't know about reaching the bottom, but yeah.
never
Really?
reached-
Oh, I guess
No, the paddle, the ping pong paddle. You pull back on the charging handle. And you push
right,
the
but
bottom of the ping
I
pong
will
paddle.
clamp it on the bottom and rack it like that.
Sure, yeah.
That's how I did it anyway.
Dustin's done that a couple times,
just once or twice.
Just once or twice, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Empty magazine. By the
What's
way.
your goal for Memorial?
I don't have one because that's too far out there. For BOA, I didn't have a goal until at the end of day one because the score were released and I was in fourth. It's like I was only 2% behind Dan. I was like, ugh, there was a chance, and I was 2% ahead of. I think fifth and sixth are pretty similar, so I was 2% ahead of them. So I was like, I gotta try to get some more out of it. I think the start of the day I did pretty okay. Everything seems. I could have been a little bit faster on long range. I feel like the long range shots were not great, but they were okay.
But yeah, but back to Memorial. What's your goal?
Don't DQ. Is that a goal?
It's a great goal.
That's a great goal.
Actually, that is a good goal because it's expensive.
Very expensive
getting
trip.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's go with something like again process based. What would be a process based goal for you?
What does that even mean?
So you shouldn't say like I want to shoot in the top third in my division at something like Memorial because
that's a
America.
very steep competition, right?
none of us from Canada will do that.
No.
Well, you did it though, at least at Phoenix. So.
I was shooting in a very uncompetitive division.
You still
Overall, I was like mid pack.
that's such a hard comparison to make because
But
I
that
can
that shouldn't
only
be your goal. Shouldn't be that. Your goal should be like
no, because my
what
benchmark is you. So I can only say I
No,
need to
don't
finish at
benchmark off me. No. That's results based. If Trevor was on, he'd say that that's wrong. You can't make a comparison on a result. Yeah, you have to set a goal that's process oriented. Do you want to shoot it clean? Do you want to shoot it faster? I think you can up your speed. I think the cleanliness of your shooting was okay for where you're at right now. I shot a cleaner
that's
matchup BOA, but
that's
that
the
doesn't
funny
matter.
thing because for both you and Kyle, Alpha Charlie's app would recommend you to go faster.
Yeah.
It thinks I'm relatively balanced,
Okay.
so I can work on both. Sure, but
Pick one.
But your misses were stage planning and failures to engage. They weren't necessarily because you missed the targets. They weren't an accuracy issue.
I think for day one, there was one. That was at the end of the day. That wasn't great. That was the last stage. I missed 2 targets, I think. I was doing the whole run around trying to pick it up, but that was way too slow. I want to try to shoot it clean. The stage plans are probably going to be pretty crazy comparing to here, so I think that's not too easy of a task, I want to say, just because their stages are going to be bigger, more complicated. They have a plane that you shoot out of most times. So that'll be experience too.
Yeah, I think that'll all be difficult. Would you say like what shooting sport do you think you're gonna what are you gonna main on? Are you gonna main 3-gun? Are you gonna main IPSC? Are you gonna just gonna get a little bit of everything?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say I'm probably going more towards maining IPSC and then sidelining 3-gun.
Really? That makes sense.
Just because how BTSA is, how the Calgary shooting scene is.
Yeah.
So for me, 3-gun is more for fun, and perhaps IPSC is more competitive in that sense.
Right.
And it's a little bit more structure. I think it's better for building the fundamentals. I think I'm moving out of Steel Challenge where it's very fast all the time. You have a stage plan to the stage plan is going to be a little different, but the rules are going to be very similar. To 3-gun is going to be, there's going to be more funky things happening. It's more of experience for me, but not as competitive for me personally. But I do want to push forward in all directions, especially for shotgun, because IPSC shotgun is getting more popular. We want the population behind it to push that sport, so there's new blood moving into IPSC. That's good. But I really do enjoy shooting pistols, despite I think maybe it's the challenge that draws me too. It's not as easy as shooting a PCC. PCC is more about speed, and I think at the time fundamentals, because I really lacked that. It was very early in my shooting journey. I think I kind of moved past that point, but there's more things for me to learn in the pistol game.
Yeah, pistol skills are deep. So is everything else though. Shotgun.
For sure. I probably need more experience shooting long range too. I think that might be something I should build for Memorial 2. I don't know how to compensate for the win though. What am I supposed to do?
Hold off.
Yeah.
If someone
How
shoots
do you
before
read
you,
it,
they're
though?
going to tell you how far they held off.
See, that's where you're going to be at
Fair
a
enough.
disadvantage anyways, because it's not your rifle. You don't have experience with that rifle that, doing that thing, but you're close. Like your PAR is still shooting the same caliber. So, just hold
I
for the
don't
win.
have a great home range to train on that though, because
Fair.
the
Yeah, but it's not
range-
restricted.
But
Go out
you don't
to the-
need to go to a range. You could,
Yeah.
you've got a non-restricted gun. You could go out
Yeah.
to the middle of nowhere and set up some steel and spend an
Fair
afternoon, especially building different positions. Or you could do a PRS match and bring your PAR, and people would be like, "You're not going to win with that," and you'd be like, "I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm here to practice for 3-gun."
Yep, that's true.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that would be good practice. Cool. Okay, sounds like you've got your plan moving forward. Anything else you want to
Hopefully.
say about 3-gun? You're 1 year in.
do go out there and try it. It's a lot of fun. You can talk a lot of people into borrowing quite a few gear. So you can borrow a pistol, well, you can also shoot rimfire divisions. So you can go borrow some shot caddies, get your own shotgun. Come on, have fun. It can get a little complicated if you head into BOA, for example, into a major match, just because there are interesting stages. That's very fun to see and very fun to shoot, but the stage planning could be a little chaotic at times. But yeah, do try it, I want to say.
Wait until you get to Memorial, because you're complicated.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been peer pressured into that. That sounds like a very bad
No,
idea.
you're gonna have a blast, dude. Be thankful.
You'll have fun. It'll be very challenging. The stage breakdown is going to be the skill that we're all going to be practicing. Yeah, that's going to be the toughest part.
And I need to know if I have enough long-term memory to walk the stage on the day before and remember enough things to do it on the second day.
Yeah, well, you use notes, you use little hints and prompts and that kind of thing. But yeah, walking the stages beforehand, taking your notes. You don't need to memorize the stage. You just need to familiarize yourself with a plan that you can revisit the next day and be like, yeah, I think I remember this. So I got to do this and this. And
your biggest thing, you hit on it, Adriel, knowing your spots that you're gonna reload, because Tony, you've mentioned the keeping track of what how many rounds you're shooting and that whole bit. Just having a rough idea. Oh, I'm in this geographic location. I had planned to do a mag change here. Might be helpful for you.
Or when you're running to the right on this stage, you want to do a mag change there.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't like thinking. I just kind of going just going wild.
That's how I missed That's how I missed targets and almost lost my spot. That's very bad. Don't do that.
Maybe. Yeah.
You're gonna have fun. I'm envious.
Cool. All right, let's keep moving on here. Listener feedback. We got one here from Eddie. I'll read this one. Hi, guys and gal. Apparently, Central American drug cartels have infiltrated Europe. They've gone to great lengths to smuggle drugs, including use of mid-sea ship transfers and use of submarines. European law enforcement has cracked down on the smuggling of the cartels with the help from Russia, who's trying to destabilize NATO countries with their hybrid warfare, and probably some of their Russian gangs and cartels are probably helping, right? Have started industrial-level manufacturing of drugs in Europe. The massive flow of illegal gains have brought in competition and illegal firearms for their protection now. So despite Europe being held up as a bastion of low crime committed with firearms due to strict gun control, violent gun committed with illegal guns is now on the rise. This could be brought up as a counter-argument in gun control debates. Yeah, exactly. The Cappy Army YouTube channel made a video on drug cartels in Europe and rising violence. He's got a link there. External news sites verify the aforementioned problems. He's got links from AP News, Euronews, and a couple of others. And he's got an interesting take and balanced take on red dots for pistols, which I'm not going to watch because I don't believe in such a thing.
Nonsense.
Maybe I'll change one day. Maybe I'll get this sight and I'll put it on a guy and be like, actually, I kind of like this. Probably not going to happen. But maybe.
Have you ever fixed your Glock?
No, the slide is literally sitting on the ground because when it's not fixed, I use it as a PAL course. I put a different slide on that's disabled, and I use it as a PAL course gun, and people love it. People love it. Yeah. Okay. The balanced take he's saying mechanical sights are still relevant and needed for backup. Red dots enhance speed if you're well versed and practice a lot for practical use situations.
Agreed.
I think I shared a meme on the Signal chat and on the Discord about iron sights versus red dots, and the fact that the red dots you can see what you're shooting at and you're not focusing on the front sight.
Yeah.
Or go target focus. And
yeah, people do that.
I
don't think I hit with it.
Just start blasting. Who cares if you can see the sights? That's what I do. Tony, you want to do the YouTube comments?
Sure. We have quite a few this week, though. Starting with one AB NDT. Sorry to hear about your dad passing. That is to you, Dustin.
Thank you.
And the judge in the first CCFR court hearing stated that businesses and individuals will not be affected by these bans. Yes, and how many businesses have been shuttered and in a loss on top of individuals who have purchased revised firearms that were then banned, not covered under the amnesty, and will never qualify for compensation because the arrogant decision. I'm thinking that's probably talking about the crypto.
Mm.
The one that's not covered. Is this not covered by the amnesty because it's
not.
what, like
It's not.
It's banned before things happen, I guess. Adriel, do you want me to read everything? He mentioned quite a few things about Bill C-71 and how people want to ban everything, just like Dustin
They do.
said.
Which one did you read up to?
One moment. The only people I've heard of openly modifying a magazine is the Montreal journalist who colluded with police SUV to illegally purchase a magazine, no license, and then illegally removed the rivet to demonstrate for a newspaper fluff in place. How easy it is for someone with criminal intent to do,
And how easy it is for a journalist to break multiple laws. Yeah.
And see
report on it.
repercussions for that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
CCFR TV says, really sorry to hear about your father, Dustin. Condolences from the social team.
Yeah. No, appreciated.
John Sweeney 2906. My condolences, Dustin. Maybe in another episode, you guys could cover the simplified classification system and its implementation into Canadian law, providing a friendlier government to lawful owners.
I think we talked about this when we had Dan from Caliber on.
We talked about this
A long time ago.
system a
Long
few
time
times.
ago.
Like I can
Yeah.
I can go off on that, but yeah.
It's
Anyway.
it's fantasy until the
We've
government
got a
changes,
government
it's
that
fantasy.
has power that doesn't hate us, it's just dreaming.
Yeah, you don't know. Maybe there's going to be a simplified classification system from the liberals that we don't want.
It won't be one that we like.
Bolt
Is
action
this a
rifles.
firearm? Banned. Simple.
Yeah, sure. Pump action restricted, and then everything else prohibited. Great, excellent. Eddie sends his condolences to you as well, Dustin.
Thanks, Eddie.
Eddie says, 2 days ago, Adriel, for tumbling media, I found crushed walnut last longer than corn. Mix some brass polishing compound in with the media before polishing, and the brass comes out clean in 30 minutes. Out on the wet coast, we don't use block heaters. Sure.
Don't have them. Never met them.
Sure. Is grouse open in the summer in Alberta? You were talking about canceling the Tabor trip. And I think Adriel did
I
respond to
replied.
that.
Tabor
Yep.
trips in October. So that's the same time as grouse season. I have both walnut and corn that I use, but I think the corn just finishes them a little bit shinier.
Sounds like you need to invest.
I've compared
in...
both of them. Do you think I need to test it?
No, you need to test. You need to invest in stainless steel pin. Wet.
No, this is like I threw those 44 mags in there, let them go for a couple hours because I was doing something else. I came back and they were good, and I reloaded them, and I didn't have to dry anything off. I didn't have to. It was so super quick.
Fair enough. And then
Eddie's saying that walnut with brass polishing compound comes out shinier than new. I use the Lyman stuff with that, which has the brass polishing compound built in. I do have, I already have that brass polishing compound as well. I don't like it. It doesn't like get into the media very well. I like using dryer sheets to like keep the media clean. I throw one in every once in a while and helps pull the dirt and that kind of thing out.
Really? Okay.
That's not my idea. That's someone else. Use dryer sheets. So like I have a garbage bag next to the dryer, and I just take all the dryer sheets out of there and I put them in the workshop and use them for tumbling. And
interesting.
I'm gonna do that.
It helps the media not be as dirty and get everything filthy inside your tumbler and all that kind of stuff.
I
need to test this. This sounds like I need to do a test though. This sounds like I need to wash out my tumbler, take some walnut, put it in there, take a bunch of. I need more dirty brass is what I need because all my brass is clean right now. But I need some more dirty brass, and I'll put some in for 30 minutes and 2 hours in one, and then 30 minutes and 2 hours in the other, and compare.
That's smart.
Do some science. Yeah, I will do some science for you, Eddie. We will find out.
Should I do a comparison with wet tumbling too, or no?
It's gonna be amazing, but it's an order of magnitude more work to do.
Yeah, it's okay. You just plan it out. And
but Tony, I take the brass, I put it in the tumbler, I put the lid on, I hit just go, and 2 hours later I come back, I turn it off. I pour it into my separator. I go like this a couple of times, and I'm done. It comes out. It's done. It's like my work into it is probably 2 minutes for the whole thing, and they're ready to
Sure.
load.
It's a lot
So,
more
like-
dust and noise though.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. But I've got the space for that. So
True.
that is
True.
definitely downside to it. Yeah. Space and noise and dust and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
All right, last comment from Eddie. Now, if they release the 6.5 PRC plus peak, that could get interesting. Peak cases may be reloadable, but they didn't say how many times. 80,000 PSI is much higher than the current bottleneck magnums that already have a reputation for not being reloadable too many times. I tend to agree, but there's also the fact that it will be steel alloy kind of thing. I'm pretty sure. So
that's
I
what
don't
they've
know how
said.
the material
All
is
steels
gonna
are alloys,
hold
but
up.
what kind of alloy? Who knows? I did see some people online taking the 6.5 Creedmoor and putting it in 6 Creedmoor, 6 mil Creedmoor.
Oh
Mhm.
God!
That velocity, they're getting like 3,100 FPS out of it.
Why don't you just do
cranking.
22 Creedmoor?
Well, they were like they're PRS competitors, and they wanted to see whether they could get more performance out of a 6 mil Creedmoor, which is like somewhat popular. And
Hey, you probably could.
the 6 mils are more popular in PRS than the 6.5s. So that's what they were testing there. But
How
like I would
fast can you
argue,
burn through a barrel.
yeah, I would argue, when can we get peak in everything? Because like this looks like one of those things where it's like, oh, why aren't we just using that for everything? Why aren't we just using this for all the cartridges and make them all go much faster?
I feel like you can share your lugs in your ARs, so you might not want to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't want to find out.
Why wouldn't it share? I guess like with 6.5, the advantage there is that
Your
yeah,
locking lugs are way smaller on a
Yeah.
AR platform. So I want to know. I need to look it up. What's federal position on using that in like an AR-10? I don't think they share lugs as much as AR-15s. Also, there's the data set. There's way more AR-15s out there, but what's the chance you're going to share lugs on an AR-10? That wouldn't be great.
Was that the last message?
That is correct. That is the last YouTube comment we have.
Thanks, Eddie.
All right, let's get back on to Facebook comments. We've been kind of hitting them there. Sean says he uses dryer sheets also. So pro tip, use dryer sheets in there just to help clean them up a bit. I've also used just like blue shop towel and that kind of thing just to get some dirt up. But the dryer sheets are better. They
I'm gonna try that.
pick up the dirt and help keep it clean in there. Discord. If you're like texting us, go just chat on Discord with all the other people, the Slamfire pieces. I've been like, so I have a couple people that are texting me like personally. And while I like texting with them at the same time, I was like, why don't you just jump on Discord? There's a bunch of guys that on there. Let's just chat over there. So that's what I've been encouraging some more people to do. Patreon, we've been posting. I've got like a whole bunch of match footage up there, and I posted a couple of Tony's stage videos from BOA up there as well. If you'd like to buy something from Bass Pro or from Brownells, go click on the link first from our website and then buy it, and they'll kick some shekels our way. Thanks to our supporters on Patreon. If you'd like to email the show, send us an email at slamfireradio@gmail.com. Do you guys have any shout-outs?
I am going to shout out my buddy Trevor because I think you're listening, and I'll know if he messages me that he was.
Cool. I will give a shout out to Mark and Adriel for bringing me my new shotgun, so I don't have to deal with malfunction in my Nova anymore. It's gonna be great. Hopefully,
And you get
I have to reload a lot more though. So
Very good semi-auto shotgun too.
I know.
Fantastic. It's
yeah.
lightweight. It's fast shooting. Yeah. Good.
I don't know if I can outrun a shotgun yet. We'll find out.
You won't be able to outrun that one.
Not
Not
the
that one.
1301's
No.
gas, but
Yeah.
I'm just thinking if it's even possible for my finger to move that fast or not.
It is. You got to practice.
Mhm. Cool. All right. Join our Discord server. Watch us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Join the CCFR. We'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Good night, Kelly.
Good night, everyone.
So if you have any comments or questions for the show, please send an email to slamfireradio@gmail.com. Now go grab a gun and shoot something.
And the sun when the talking is over, it's time to get a gun.